Hi, hello, how are you all? Good morning and welcome to the speaking session, live speaking session from Neetu's Academy. I hope you all have a great week. So, today we are going to look at speaking test and how to approach some of the questions. This is just an example so that you are able to formulate your answers. Okay, recapping on what we did last week about speaking. So, speaking, let me give you the basics of speaking. Speaking, as you all know, is only for 20 minutes. The entire exam time given to a candidate is only 20 minutes, so that makes it the shortest exam module in IELTS. Okay, so out of the 20 minutes, the actual test time will only be 11 to 14 minutes. It won't go beyond that, maximum 15 minutes. So, in that 15 minutes, you have to make the examiner understand that you are able to speak in English well or convey your ideas in English well and get a good score. So, for that, you have to have a lot of practice. Speaking practice is necessary for you to do a good speaking exam. Okay, so that is a basic. Then you have three parts in your speaking test. In the first part, you have to answer in about 2 to 3 sentences, or 1 or 2 sentences would be more than enough. In the second part, it's actually the most difficult part, considered to be the most difficult part by many of the candidates. There, you will be given a cue card which has a topic and some sub questions. So, you have to read the topic, the sub questions, and you will be given 1 minute time to prepare. You can note down points. The examiner will give you or provide you with a pen and paper, and you are not supposed to write anything on the card itself. Okay, and after that 1 minute is over, the examiner will ask you to start speaking, and you have to speak for 2 minutes. It will be uninterrupted, around 2 minutes. If you make it around 2 minutes, that is more than enough, and that is the second part. Then comes the follow up part, or part 3, where you will be asked questions based on the topic given in the second part. So, these are the three parts, and the entire test takes only about 11 to 14 minutes. Okay, so many candidates have confusion about how to answer the questions, whether there is a right or wrong answer. When something is asked, is there a right way to answer? Well, there is no particular structure. Here, you are just explaining things as your opinion. These are your opinions, your experiences that you are sharing with the examiner. It's like a semi-formal conversation you will be having. Right. So, in the first part, when you get into the examination room, there is only one person who is going to examine you. It will be just a one-on-one session. So, there will just be the examiner and you in the examination room. And you have to greet the examiner when you enter the room, obviously. So, you have to say, depending on the time of the day, you have to say whether, good morning or good afternoon or whatever. Okay, and greet the examiner. That is the thing. And once you are seated, the examiner will ask you for your passport. And the next thing they will ask you is your name, your full name. So, obviously, here the initials won't work. Okay, the initial is just a letter. So, when you are asked your full name, remember to expand or explain what that letter is for. So, you have to mention your full name. Right. After that, you will be given back your passport, and then the questioning begins. So, it will be all about you or your opinions or experiences. Right. So, then they will ask you what you do, where you are from, and certain questions on certain topics and so on. So, there is no right answer. These are subjective. Okay, each person has a different opinion or a different experience. So, the questions or the answers are subjective. Okay, it depends on each person's experience, right? So they will ask you what you do, where you are from, all that. And please don't answer in short sentences, just in one word or yes or no answers. That should not be done. You have to answer in sentences, in full sentences. Okay, so when you are asked your name, you are not just going to say just your name, you are going to say my name is or I am. See here, myself, there are people who say myself, okay? Myself is a wrong way to address oneself or wrong way to say your name. You have to either say my name is or I am and give your full name. Then, where are you from? If the question is asked, if such a question is asked, then you are expected to say more than a line or more than just the place name. Okay, so suppose you are from Cochin, you have to say that I live at Kakinad in Cochin. I'm just giving my answer. I live at Kakinad in Cochin, and Cochin is a metro city, and all the facilities are available in this place. Right, that's more than enough. Then, what do you do? That's up to you. You know, if you are a student who has just completed the studies and you are taking IELTS course just to go abroad, then you can say that I have completed my such and such course, and then you can go on to say that I am now preparing to go abroad for my higher studies. Or if you are working, you can mention what your work is and then go on to explain. Then there may be questions like, do you get along well with your colleagues, or do you enjoy your work? How was your first day of work like? All these questions may be asked. It depends totally on the examiner. Okay, so today, to just give you an idea of what answers you can formulate or how to answer, I've taken two topics. One is books. Okay, so what I want you to do is, when I ask you the question, just formulate an answer in your mind. Okay, maybe I'll give you a few seconds and you can think of an answer, and then I will explain how you can answer, whether it is yes or no, all that I will explain. Right, let's get into our first topic, that is books. Okay, and I have here 6 questions. The first one is, do you like reading books and why? Okay, do you like reading books and why? Now, what are the possible answers? You can either say yes or no. These two are the possible answers. If you are a person who likes to read books, then you can say that, of course, I love or I enjoy. Don't just say, do you like reading books? When you are asked, do you like reading books? Yes, I like reading books. No, that's not the correct way to express your answer in IELTS. Okay, when you are asked, do you like reading books and why? You can say that, of course, I enjoy reading books. Books are my refuge when I want relaxation. Okay, and it's a habit which I have formed from my childhood. And till today, I have continued that habit. Okay, so do you like reading books and why? Yes. And if your answer is no, there are a lot of people who don't enjoy reading books. You can say that you cannot spend that much, you don't like to spend that much time sitting in one place, you are an active person, or anything of that sort. Okay, it's subjective. Then, how often do you read? Now, how often do you read? This often is a word which confuses many of the candidates. You can form your answer in your mind, and let's see. How often do you read? It means how frequently you do something. In this case, it is about reading. How frequently you read. The answers can be daily or frequently, or once a week, or when I get time. It can be anything. Now, how often do you read? My answer would be, I read whenever I get time. I'm a working woman and I hardly get time to relax, but when I get time, I like to sit with a book and a cup of coffee and read some pages of the book. Okay, so that would be my answer. So you're conveying to the examiner that whatever you are doing, okay, if you are a person who reads regularly, you find at least 1 hour to read in a day, you can say that. How often do you read? Well, I find myself at least 1 hour to read in a day. I find that it relaxes me and it helps me to improve my concentration. So, how often do you read? You can say that. Or if you don't read at all, you can say that since I don't like reading books, or since I don't like sitting idle and in one place reading books, I don't often read. I read once in a while when I'm interested in a topic, maybe if I see it in a magazine or a paper. That's it. Okay, that can be your answer. So here there are both answers, positive as well as negative. If you are a person who likes to read, you can say that yes, I like to read. I love reading books, and why? Whatever your reason is. Maybe it helps you to concentrate, maybe it helps you relax. Whatever your reason is, you can say that. If you are a person who's not interested in reading books, then you can say that I have not had the time to develop that habit of reading, so I don't enjoy reading books. Then second question, like I said, how often do you read? This often comes in many questions in many topics. So just understand, when it is often, you can say daily, or you can say usually, when I get time, or once in a week. It can be, but whatever frequency you do that activity. Do you have many books at home? Okay. Do you have many books at home? What would be your answer? Just think of an answer. Well, do you have many books at home? In my case, I would say that so this is just my answer. Okay, I would say that I have many books at home. I'm sure I do. I have many books at home since I enjoy reading, and whenever I get time, I go to the shop and look for new ones as well. So I have a huge collection of books. Suppose you are not a person who has, who doesn't have many books at home, then you can say that. Well, not really, because I am not interested in reading. I don't actually buy many books, but once in a while, I may get it for somebody else, or if somebody suggests a book, then I may buy it or borrow it. Okay. Do you prefer to buy books or borrow them? Do you prefer to buy books or borrow them? Well, my answer would be it doesn't matter whether I buy books or borrow them. If I want a book, then I would find it either in a shop, or I would find it on Amazon Kindle, or I would go to the nearest library and get it. So sometimes I prefer to buy books if I want to keep that, and sometimes I would just borrow them. What are the benefits of reading? Okay, now before that, do you prefer to buy books or borrow them? Again, for a negative answer, you can say that, well, I don't buy many books. If at all I feel like reading a book, then I would just borrow it from somebody. What are the benefits of reading? What do you think are the benefits of reading? Think of an answer. Okay. Well, in my case, I would say that reading has helped me to improve my imagination and creativity. When I read something, I imagine that situation, I give faces to people in that situation, I think up a scenery. So that has helped me a lot. And on top of that, it has helped me to improve my language. Then it has also improved my concentration or focus in when I do something. So these are the benefits according to me. So benefits of reading, you can say this. It's a general question. It is a common question. So even if you are a person who doesn't read, you can say this. Okay. What book would you take on a long journey? So if you have a favorite book, if you're a person who enjoys reading book on a long journey, then you can say that. Otherwise you can say that I would not take any books. Okay, it doesn't matter. So what book would you take on a long journey? So when a question comes like this, many people have the confusion that you have to name something. No, it doesn't work like that. What book would you take on a long journey? So my answer would be that well, I would not take any books since I get tired or get headache when I read on a journey. So I would not actually take any books on a long journey. And if you have any favorite books, you can say that. Or if you don't have a favorite book, or if you are a person who would grab a magazine from a stall, then you can say that. Well, I would not think of taking a particular book on a long journey. Maybe if I feel like, I might grab a book from the stall at the railway station or the bus station, or if I'm going by my private vehicle, then I would not want to read at all. So these are the possible answers that you can have. Okay, so I hope you got an idea of how to bring up your answers. So there is no specific answer that needs to be conveyed to the examiner. It all depends on your likes, your dislikes, or your experiences. Right. Let's move on to the next topic. Celebrity. Okay. Who is your favorite celebrity? So here it's quite simple, straightforward. Who can be your favorite celebrity? You can talk about celebrity does not necessarily mean film stars itself. You can talk about cricketers, you can talk about famous people, influencers, or other people who are in the limelight. You can talk about any person, singers, dancers, anyone. So somebody who is famous enough. So all those people are celebrities too. It does not mean film stars themselves. Okay. Now, who is your favorite celebrity? If you are a person who has a particular liking to a celebrity, then you can mention that person's name. So let me give my answer. Well, my favorite celebrity is a film star. His name is Mohanlal, and I love his acting, and I have seen his films from my childhood, and he is one of the people who can actually relate to the people or to the audience, and that is why he's become my favorite celebrity. Okay, so I have mentioned the person, and I have also given my reason why he is my favorite celebrity. So this is how you can answer. Don't just say my favorite celebrity is Mammootty, my favorite celebrity is Mohanlal. Don't just give the name. Give an idea of why you like that person. I have seen his films from my childhood, and I believe, and I have enjoyed them. He has made me cry. He has made me laugh. Whatever. Okay. So your reasons for liking a person. Do you like any foreign celebrities? Of course, if you like foreign celebrities, then you can say that. If you don't like, then you can say that as well. There are many people who don't watch foreign movies or foreign, who have no idea about foreign celebrities. Then you can mention that. Well, I don't actually know any foreign celebrities, so there is no preference there. Or if you have a favorite foreign celebrity, then you can say that. Do you like any foreign celebrities? Of course, I like many foreign celebrities, but my favorite, I guess, would be Tom Hanks. He is a Hollywood actor, and he is a brilliant actor, and that's the reason why I like his characters, certain characters in certain movies, and that's why he's become my favorite foreign celebrity. That's it. That's the way you should be answering. Would you want to be a celebrity in the future? Okay, that's a very personal question. Would you want to be a celebrity in the future? There are people who say yes, there are people who say no. So, would you want to be a celebrity in the future? In my case, I would say that no, I would not want to be a public figure because I value my privacy a lot more. So, my privacy is important to me, and I like to lead a simple, humble life. So, I would not want to be I would not want to be in the limelight. Or if you are a person who likes to be a celebrity, then you can say that, well, I guess I would like to be one because I can see the importance or the preference that celebrities get whenever they go somewhere, or I like the limelight that they are in, so I don't mind all that, and I would like to be one. So it can be your own answer. Do you think we should protect famous people's privacy? Very important question. Do you think we should protect famous people's privacy? In my opinion, celebrities are also people, even though they are famous for their work. So they also have their private lives, and it is important that others respect their private lives. So it is important. Okay. How do celebrities influence their fans in your country? Well, in our country, you know that celebrities have a great influence on fans. How do they influence? They influence people to buy things, they influence people to work hard, maybe, or in fashion sense, they influence people. There are a lot of ways in which celebrities tell their fans to do something, and a lot of people follow it. So, this is how you would be answering. You should be answering. So, basically, it's your answer which you have to bring up. So, there is no particular right way or wrong, right answer, or there is no specific answer which is right. It is your experience, your opinion, and your words. Okay. Now, how to improve speaking? These are the two topics which would come in the first part. The second part, I'm not touching it today. I'm just giving you an idea of how to speak in the first part, right? And how to improve your speaking. This is a question which many candidates ask, or which many people always have the confusion about. How to improve speaking? Can speaking be improved by listening alone, or can speaking be improved by reading? They can help, but unless and until you open your mouth and use your lips and tongue and your mouth to speak, you will not be able to bring up your answer. There are people who say, "അയ്യോ മനസ്സിലുണ്ട്, വായിൽ വരുന്നില്ല." There are a lot of students who say that. So that is because there is no speaking practice, there is no actual speaking practice. You should actually open your mouth, the words should come out of your mouth, and that is how you should be improving your speaking. You cannot improve your speaking just by reading something. When you are reading, you are not using your mouth. So obviously, when you want to say something, when you have to convey your ideas, the words will be there in your mind, at the back of your mind, but it will not come to your mouth. So you have to practice either in front of a mirror, or by speaking to somebody who knows English, or you can record yourself speaking and play it back. Listen to it, and you will understand where you are going wrong. So fluency is important in speaking. The way you put across your ideas is important. Grammar is important, and your vocabulary. But that does not mean that if you don't know the meaning of a particular word, you can just throw it anywhere. You cannot. It has to be, the words have to be used in the right context. If you are not sure of a word, don't try to bring it up in your conversation. You can just use a simple word instead. So these are the things which you can do to improve your speaking. Okay. So second part, when you are doing your second part, for the uninterrupted long speech. There are people who start by saying, I would like to talk about, or thank you for giving me this opportunity. These things are not required there. If suppose let's take a book, okay, the topic of a book, describe a book that you enjoy reading. So don't just say thank you for giving me an opportunity. This is not some speech where you are given an opportunity. This is an exam where you have to speak. So that is one point. Don't say, and it is better always to start by giving a general idea about the topic. So you can say that books have always been refuge for me, and I enjoy reading them a lot, and my favorite book is such and such. And then go on to describe who the author is, what the story is about. Whatever the sub questions are asked, you have to answer them in those 2 minutes. And keep in mind that you will not be having a watch with you. You will just know the time just by practice. Okay, it will just be a hunch, and your examiner will stop you when the 2 minutes are up. Whether you have finished or concluded your speaking or not, the examiner will stop you. So try to answer all the sub questions in that 2 minutes itself, and practice a lot for that. Okay. And in the third part, you have to speak in at least 3-4 sentences. Remember, here you are expressing your ideas and opinions. You are having a discussion with your examiner. Mostly where you have to speak give your ideas or opinions about a particular topic. So in that case, you have to speak a lot. In the third part. Okay. So this is all about speaking. Okay. And practice a lot, and I'll see you next week. All right.